All right. See if I remember how to do this still. Microphone seems to be working. It's been a little while, guys. We're going to get back in the groove, though. Got a new look, you know, got the purple and green behind me and the black. We got the new banner beneath me. There's Dub Club. We're going to talk about Dub Club in just a minute. But yeah, y'all let me know if you can hear me, see me good. Do I look crispy? Do I look clear? I want to make sure that everything is getting broadcasted out to you guys and looks and sounds as good as possible. So hit me up with some feedback. Those of you who are in the chat, let me know if all is well. Like I said, I want to make sure that that we get all the technical difficulties and kinks out of this thing. Where are we at with it? Looking and sounding good. That's what I like to hear. Oh, you upgraded the setup with the winnings from last season? Something like that. Something like that. I appreciate all you guys that are here. Let me run through the chat and say what's up, because it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen some of you guys. We got Smooth Criminal in the building. Shout out to you. Travis is in the building. He says, let's go. Ali says, finally, I missed you last year. I was greening because of you. Welcome back. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. And if you're new here, make sure that you're subscribed. I got a little subscriber counter right here. That's kind of a new addition, so we can keep track of the new subscribers as they roll in. But yeah, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're new here. I want to make sure we get as many subscribers in the building as possible. Like I said, this stream, just trying to work out some kinks. Trying to make sure that everything from a production standpoint looks good, sounds good. Who else we got in here? We got Jay in the building. He says, cook time. Juju's here. We've got Handmade in the building. Says, good morning, CJ. Welcome back. Yeah, I plan on going live as much as I can, 12 p.m. Eastern time. 12 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure that you guys are clearing your schedules out for me at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So that'll be 9 a.m. for you West Coasters out there, right? Pacific Standard Time. Who else we got in here? We got Fraga the Banger says, let's go. Yeah, we got a big NBA slate, guys. We're going to definitely dive into some NBA picks. The goal is to keep it around 30 minutes or so, and then we will make a 6 pick. I think we should go with like a 6 pick, but as always, you don't have to use all 6 picks. Take the ones that you like, leave the rest for me, and then we could even make, you know, some 2-pick power plays and things like that. So we're gonna try to find some good picks on today's stream. That's what it's all about. Today's show is all about finding some value. Hopefully we find some profitable plays. Let me run through the rest of these names real quick. I just want to say what's up. It's been a long time, so I wanna say hello to all my friends out there. D'Angelo's in the building. Divine Truth is in the building. He says, hit that like button. Yes, please. Run the likes up. Let's try to get the likes up to as many as we can, and subscribe and like and do all the fun things. Turn those notifications on so you guys don't miss any content when I go live and such. Appreciate all that. Dave says, what's up from Charlotte? Excited for the Hornets this season. Yeah, I was looking at that game. They're actually coming to Orlando. They're going to be playing my Orlando Magic here before too long. But that was one of the games that I thought, get some reasonable price tickets and check out the Charlotte Hornets versus the Orlando Magic. So, Contavia says, will Curry's Kitchen be in the Dub Club? Of course. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. We're going to take a look at that in just a minute. Tyrone says, good morning. Looking and sounding good. Appreciate that, Tyrone. There's still a little bit of an echo in here in this room that I'm trying to get rid of, but for the life of me, I can't. I need some more, soft surfaces in here to sort of soak up some of this echo. But other than the echo, it's a pretty nice little space. I was operating. Let me get you guys caught up real quick. I know we're here for the picks, but let me get you guys caught up as far as what I've been up to over the last several months over the summer. I just moved. For the last 4 years, I was actually living with my in-laws. We were staying with them. We moved in there at the end of 2019. I left my job, sold my house. Me and my wife, we were looking for another place. We didn't want to rush into anything. Her parents were like, hey, come stay with us for a few months. Well, obviously at the beginning of 2020, COVID hit, right? COVID hit, and that totally threw everything off kilter for all of us. So few months turned into a few years, but it allowed me to discover YouTube. It allowed me to pursue my passions, which is like sports betting, content creation, building communities. And so it was a blessing in disguise. It was a big sacrifice, obviously, living with two people who are approaching 70 years old, right? When you're like half their age. Big challenge, but all of that sacrifice and hard work has paid off, and now I've got all you guys. I got a flourishing little YouTube channel. I've got a flourishing Discord community and Dub Club community as well. And so we're having a lot of fun doing what we do. Bringing people together around sports, bringing people together around sites like PrizePicks, just building a community of like-minded individuals who like sports and who like winning money betting on sports. So that's kind of where I've been. I'm now renting this house. I've got a space here that I can kind of call a studio, and I'm looking to make those upgrades and improve the studio. But that's kind of in the nutshell, the last few months, what I've been up to. So why I haven't been on YouTube quite as much is because of all that. Big move, getting set up here, making this place feel like home. That's kind of where things have been over the last few months for me. But as people will attest, those who were in the Patreon and now in the Dub Club, I have not stopped posting winning picks. We have not stopped winning as a community. We were taking a lot of baseball picks over the summer. Now the NFL is back. We've transitioned to that. And of course, NBA is back. And last night was a fantastic start to the NBA season. We did pretty darn well. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. All right, so this is our Discord. It is called Eyes on the Prize, and more on that to come here in the near future. I'm actually launching some merch, a merch store. This is one of the shirts that you'll see on there. That's kind of the logo, the smiley face with the, pardon my middle finger, the smiley face with the dollar signs and the eyes. This is going to be one of the signature shirts that you can get from the Eyes on the Prize merch store. Like I said, that's coming soon, but the Discord community is called Eyes on the Prize. This is a section, a channel that we have inside of Discord. And this is our winner's circle. This is where people post their winning entries. And as you can see, as a community, we've been killing it. This fella right here, Green Goblin, absolutely nuts. He's been going bonkers with the tennis picks. He's been hooking us up, so shout out to Green Goblin. We've got all kinds of soccer in here. Here's Tyrone, Mr. McGrew, tagging me. We had some winning NBA picks last night. So lots of wins coming out of our Discord, lots of wins coming out of Dub Club. I just recently made the switch from Patreon over to Dub Club. So if you want to jump on Dub Club, guys, it's only 67 cents per day. Really affordable. You can see all the winning slips, the entries that are coming out. It's not just PrizePicks too. I mean, you got some people here that are playing over on Sleeper. The content that I put out, I mean, you can use this content on any site that you want. Let me show you a couple of the 2-pick power plays that ended up doing really well. Again, these are all winning picks from real members that are in our Discord that are members of the Dub Club. And if you guys want to get in on the Dub Club, check out the chat. I just left a link for you guys in the Dub Club, or in the YouTube chat rather. So go ahead and click that. You can check out the Dub Club for yourself. But yeah, here's a winning entry that I posted. We took Chris Paul's taco over 5.5 assists, obviously that cash, and then I paired that with Anthony Davis under 36.5 points and rebounds. And those of you who watched that game last night know that AD completely disappeared in the second half last night against the Denver Nuggets. And so we took the under there. Quick $50 in profit. Dub Club's already paid for the month. All right, here's another one that I posted. We took Austin Reeves over 10.5 points. It was a bit of a sweat, but Austin Reeves ended up coming through clutch for us. And I paired that with Matty Beniers for less than 8.5 faceoffs won. Tagged everybody in the community, everybody in the Dub Club. They tailed this, all right? Boom, another $50. So we're already up $100 just on those 2 entries alone. But I had a third one, a third 2-pick power play, and that was Steph Curry, the free square, over 0.5 points. And I paired that with Aaron Gordon over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And of course, he soared past that with 28 PRAs. So I'm just showing you guys the type of content that I push out there each and every day. A lot of picks are being posted daily by myself. If you go to the Curry's Kitchen channel, which is a part of the Dub Club, you'll see all the picks that I post daily. It's somewhere between, I'd probably say like 10, right around 10. I would say 8 to 10 picks per day. But you got, Dub Club being tagged in all these NBA picks, Dub Club being tagged in all these NHL picks. So I'm giving them as much value as I possibly can for just $20 a month, for 67 cents per day. But that's what we've been doing. I just wanted to kind of give you guys sort of a sneak peek. Thank you for the new sub. We're up to 10,492 subs. Make sure you share this. Share this with as many people as possible, this live stream, my channel. I want to grow this thing with you guys. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. We've been posting winning picks each and every day. You can find all these, like I said, on the Dub Club. I just posted that link to the chat for you guys to check out. But here's the page: NBA, MLB, NFL, NHL. I cover it all, really. I mean, there's not a sport that I really stay away from other than esports, but all your traditional sports, I'm in there. So you can expect about 5 to 9 plays per day. I don't really do a lot of written analysis. I'm a data-driven guy. I make data-driven decisions. And so not much for words. You'll just get the picks, and they're posted typically straight to Discord. As far as me, over 25 years of fantasy sports and sports betting experience. My goal is to save you time, make you money with winning picks each and every day. I create sports and sports betting content here on YouTube, and you can follow me on Twitter or X at Curry the Creator. Here's my performance: over 100,000 in gross lifetime winnings on PrizePicks. We're up over 128 units year to date, and this information is found on Pickett. Pickett's a free site for you guys to go and track your bets and stuff. So if you want to access Pickett, definitely click the Dub Club link that I just left in the description, or in the channel, the live chat, and then you guys can sign up for Pickett and start tracking your bets as well. But as you can see, over 128 units year to date, and this isn't even a full accounting of everything, all my winnings. For whatever reason, Pickett lost track of me for a period of time. But yeah, we're on Dub Club now. We left Patreon, we're now on Dub Club, so that's what we're up to. Anyways, gang, appreciate that. High Flyer says, yo, we be cashing. James says, here we go. Yeah, shout out to you guys. 84 of you watching, 34 likes. I need you guys to run those likes up, man. Run the likes up if you haven't yet. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Ring the bell. Turn on notifications for my channel if you haven't yet. Okay? I don't want you guys missing out on any of the content. All right, let's get into today's slate. We got some news that we have to get into and discuss. Now that you guys have caught up with me and you know what I've been up to and what's been going on. The key NBA news to watch. You got Luka Doncic, who's dealing with a calf issue. He's questionable to play tonight. Darius Garland, dealing with a hamstring, is also questionable tonight. And then you got Zach Collins, not as big of a piece of injury news as Luka and Darius Garland, but he's questionable as well. All right. Atlanta Hawks, Wes Matthews, new member of the Atlanta Hawks, he's out tonight. Charlotte Hornets, we could scroll through these real quick. There's, like I said, not a lot of real big, impactful pieces of injury news here. Bryce McGowan is doubtful. Charlotte's dealing with a lot of different issues, but LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington, and Mark Williams, the projected starting lineup. Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter, Sadiq Bey, Clint Capella. Washington, Tyus Jones, Jordan Poole. A lot of people high on Jordan Poole this season. I think his prop today at 24.5 points is kind of interesting going up against Indiana. You got Denny, Kyle Kuzma, Daniel Gafford. So expect Poole and Kuzma to carry the scoring load, I would say, for Washington today. Indiana, Halliburton, Bruce Brown. Yeah, they snatched Bruce Brown up from the Denver Nuggets. He's now with the Indiana Pacers. Benedict Mathurin had a great rookie season last year. He's looking to build on that going into this season. Obi Toppin, fairly new addition there, and Miles Turner for the Indiana Pacers. Boston, you got Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Kristaps Porzingis. Now that is a sexy starting five. What do you guys think? I think Boston might be the front runners for this championship this season. They don't have a lot of depth. The Celtics do not have a lot of depth, but as far as a potent starting five, it doesn't get much better than what Boston's working with. New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. Houston Rockets, Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Sengun. I think the Rockets are going to be a very interesting team. Adding somebody like Fred VanVleet, a veteran, adding Dylan Brooks, scrappy veteran in his own right, to go along with the young studs they have like Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun. And then they did a pretty good job with their draft as well. So we'll have to see how they turn out. Orlando Magic, that's my squad. That's my team, guys. Orlando, Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs. A little bit of a different starting lineup than last season. Last season, there was a lot of Gary Harris starting at shooting guard. Looks like Jalen Suggs is going to get the start. Gary Harris is questionable to play tonight. But you got Franz Wagner, who helped Team Germany over the summer win that FIBA championship. Paolo Banchero and Wendell Carter Jr. High hopes as an Orlando Magic fan. Cleveland, we talked about Garland. He's questionable tonight. Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus is a new addition for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So they picked him up from the Miami Heat. He's now with Cleveland. Some outside shooting there for the Cavs. Should be nice. Jared Allen is out tonight for Cleveland. Evan Mobley starting at the power forward spot. And it looks like Damian Jones will be in the center spot. New York State of Mind says the Milwaukee Bucks are better than Boston. Hey, you're not alone. You're not alone with that thought process. You might be right. Brooklyn Nets, Ben Simmons. Is this the year when Ben Simmons finally bounces back? I'm kind of tired of it at this point, trying to figure out if Ben Simmons is ever going to be the player that he was. We'll just have to see. He's got the starting point guard role. Spencer Dinwiddie at the shooting guard. Mikal Bridges really came out of his shell last season after getting traded from Phoenix to Brooklyn. Let's see if he can carry on what he started last season. Cam Johnson also came over from Phoenix in that trade. And then you got Nick Claxton, who had some pretty nice games last season as well, starting at center. Detroit, Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, Asar Thompson, rookie, Isaiah Stewart, and Jalen Duren. A lot of people really high on Jalen Duren this season. You got the Miami Heat, Kyle Lowry, Tyler Herro, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Love, and Bam Adebayo. Unfortunately, Miami did not get the job done. They did not get their guy, Damian Lillard. And on top of not getting Dame, they also lost, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus. They lost some pretty key pieces. So we'll have to see how the Miami Heat fare this season. Minnesota T-Wolves, Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, N-A-W-K-A-T, and Rudy Gobert on the Minnesota T-Wolves. Pretty much the same squad that they ran out last year. Not a lot of changes there. Toronto Raptors, Dennis Schroeder, new to the Toronto Raptors. He's kind of take over for that Fred VanVleet role. So VanVleet's out, Dennis Schroeder's in. OG, Scotty, Pascal Siakam, and Jakob Poeltl, pretty much the same front court that we saw from last season. OKC Thunder, SGA, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren, one of the front runners for Rookie of the Year. Who do you guys think is going to win Rookie of the Year? Is it going to be Chet Holmgren? Do you have your money on somebody else like Wembanyama, Scoot Henderson? There's a lot of nice rookies. Now, I know Chet was drafted last season, but because he didn't play, technically this is his rookie season, so he would be eligible to win the Rookie of the Year award. Victor, we got Wemby. All right. T-Bone says, hit the like button. If it's your first time watching, you are in luck to find this gym on YouTube. Hit the like button. Appreciate you once again, Mr. T-Bone. And I'll send out this little reminder for you guys to subscribe and like if you're not already subscribed. And if you haven't punched the like button yet, punch that sucker. But yeah, a lot of folks look like they're on Victor Wembanyama. I mean, he's starting to really look like the real deal. I know it's just been preseason, but you're already starting to see growth. You're already starting to see progression from Wemby. From that summer league debut to these preseason games, he's already looking like he's way more comfortable playing at the NBA level. What do you guys think? I mean, some of these highlights of him blocking three-point shots. I mean, he's damn near 1 foot in the paint, coming all the way out and blocking a shot at the three-point line. I mean, he's a freak. He's a freak in a good way, the best way possible. You thought Giannis was a freak. This guy's a real freak. Chicago Bulls, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Pat Williams, and Nikola Vucevic. Pretty much the same old for Chicago. Not a lot of changes with their starting lineup. Lonzo Ball's going to be out. He's dealing with a chronic knee injury. A lot of people are high on the New Orleans Pelicans with McCollum, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Jonas Valanciunas. Obviously, the big piece is going to be Zion Williamson. They'll go as far as the Z-Man will take them. If he's going to be out there and play every single game, which is, let's be honest, it's a stretch, right? I don't know if he's going to make it through an entire season, but they'll go as far as Zion will take them. Memphis Grizzlies, Marcus Smart, new addition there. No longer with the Boston Celtics. He's going to help kind of hold down that backcourt while Ja Morant is serving his suspension. They also have Derrick Rose, so they have a lot of veteran presence there in that backcourt. Gone is Tyus Jones, and then you've added two vets in Marcus Smart and Derrick Rose to go along with Desmond Bane, Zaire Williams, Jaren Jackson Jr., who has really blossomed, played really well in that FIBA tournament, and Xavier Tillman's going to be at center because Steven Adams is out for the season. Yes, it's true. Aquaman is out for the season. He just had a knee surgery that's going to put him out for the entire season, which is unfortunate. I really like some Steven Adams. But Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis. They've got a really good up-and-coming team. We kind of saw them break out as a team last season. They're looking to build what they started last season as well. Utah Jazz, you got Jordan Clarkson, Talen Horton-Tucker, Lauri Markkanen, John Collins, a new addition. He had spent all that time with the Atlanta Hawks. He's now with the Utah Jazz. And you got Walker Kessler, the big man in the middle. So they've added John Collins alongside of Lauri Markkanen. We'll see how the Utah Jazz play out. Dallas, Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Derrick Jones Jr., Grant Williams is a new addition, as is rookie Derek Lively II. They're trying to solidify that center spot. It's been a spot that has really been a weak point for them with the likes of Dwight Powell and some of these other centers they've had over the last few years. So we'll see if Derek Lively lives up to the expectations. He looks like a pretty good young prospect. Speaking of good young prospects, we just mentioned Victor Wembanyama, who seems to be the front runner for a lot of you folks as far as Rookie of the Year goes. Victor Wembanyama could absolutely be the Rookie of the Year. I think it'll be him and Chet, but don't sleep on Scoot Henderson. We'll see how Scoot does. He's going to be playing alongside of Anthony Simons, Matisse Thybulle, Jeremy Grant, and DeAndre Ayton. Big trade, obviously, that went down, sending DeAndre Ayton to Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, you saw him play last night for Phoenix. So things definitely got shook up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Obviously, Damian Lillard, staple there in Portland for so many years, is gone. He's in Milwaukee. And then the last team that's going to be taking the floor tonight is the Los Angeles Clippers. You got Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Nicholas Batum, and Ivica Zubac. So just a team full of veterans. We'll see if Kawhi Leonard and Paul George can make it through the entire season. They've got this new no rest policy. No resting for Kawhi, no resting for Paul George. So, yeah, no days off. Hopefully those guys are out there for as many games and days as possible. All right, so last season, you kind of saw me get into the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. This is still by far one of my most favorite tools. Why I like this tool is quite simple. It's because it's the tool that allows you to get in on these picks, plays, props before they get bumped up by PrizePicks, bumped down, or completely removed from the board. You know how PrizePicks does. They bump stuff up, they bump stuff down. And in this case, the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, it goes out, it checks all the different sports books out there. And it basically gives you fair odds, true odds for a pick to hit the over or the under. So in this case, like Ben Simmons, for example, he's at 6.5 rebounds tonight. 54% chance that he goes over 6.5 boards. And then you can kind of see where the juice is flowing here on these different sports books. So it's taking information and data from the sports books, it's stripping out the VIG, and it's giving us true odds here, minus 136. And to put this in a percentage format, about a 54% chance for him to go over 6.5 boards. Now, you could just use this tool all on its own. And if you want to take this tool for a spin, guys, I've left a link for you down in the description. Give it a try. I highly recommend it, though. I'm going to be using this all season long. This is going to fuel any picks that I post to Dub Club. It's more than likely going to come from this tool. But yeah, this was a game changer for me. I had just started using it in March, toward the end of the NBA season, in April. And I think in those 2 months combined, we went with like a over 60% hit rate on NBA picks posted, which is fantastic. If you're hitting at a 60% clip or higher, you're doing really, really well. But yeah, I'll be using this tool quite a bit. On top of that, projections. I love me some projection models. So we've got Fantasy Labs. I'll be using their projections quite a bit. RotoWire, be using their projections quite a bit. FTN, I'll be using their projections. NumberFire, a free site for those of you who are looking for some free projections. Check out NumberFire. They've got fantasy score. They've got single stat projections for you as well. But you can check out numberfire.com for some free projections. Make sure if you're using fantasy score projections that you're using FanDuel. A lot of people don't know that. The way that PrizePicks does their scoring for fantasy score is based on FanDuel scoring. And Yahoo. I think Yahoo, FanDuel, and PrizePicks, their fantasy scoring is all the same. So I wanted to point that out, make sure that you guys know that. If you're using projections to help you with fantasy score, whether you should take more or less on PrizePicks, make sure that you're using FanDuel's projections, all right? We've also got LineStar. Just added that one to the arsenal recently. Betting pros, they don't... well, they're free to some degree, but you can see some of the stuff is locked here. I only use the free version, but that's another site that you should check out, Betting Pros, if you're looking for something for free. But this is kind of my toolbox, my toolkit. So let's get through these and see what's up. And if you guys have any picks, plays, or props that you want me to take a look at for you, I'm here to help. 104 of you now watching. Appreciate that. Run those likes up. There's 2 times as many of you as there are likes right now. We need to get the likes up. We need to get back into the rhythm with YouTube and the algorithms. And you know, by hitting the like button, it tells the overlords at YouTube that you like the content and you want to see more of this content. So definitely please hit that thumbs up for me. But yeah, tag me, guys, if you want, and I'll try to take a look at as many of your picks as possible. We'll also run through some of the top plays on the optimizer. I mean, there's literally, hundreds of plays here on the optimizer. So I won't go through all of these. We'll just look at like the top plays. All right. And then I'll take some questions from you guys and we'll see how things go. All right. But this is kind of our knocking off the rust debut stream, we'll call it, for the NBA season. So appreciate it. All right, so let's start with Ben Simmons. He is the top play on the optimizer as of right now. Let me set the refresh timer for the optimizer to 2 minutes. So every 2 minutes, the optimizer will refresh. Let's go ahead and do a manual refresh here. All right, so Simmons is no longer at the top of the board. He's gone. So maybe they bumped him up or bumped him down. So Asar Thompson of the Detroit Pistons, he's at 2.5 assists right now, 54.2% chance that he goes under 2.5 assists. And this is based on the data, once again, pulled from sports books like DraftKings, Barstool, Caesars, and some of these other sites. So they expect Asar Thompson to have less than 2.5 assists, and you got about a 54% chance of that actually coming through. So let's run some projections on Asar Thompson real quick. Like I said, if you subscribe to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, you don't have to necessarily apply any kind of projections. I like to see how the projection models are looking for these different players and these different props. It's just another point, a data point of reference for you guys. We got him at 2.6 here on Fantasy Labs, which, you know, he's at 2.5. We'd like to see maybe a lower projection than that, but he's at 2.6. And then you go over to a site like RotoWire. RotoWire's got Asar Thompson at 2.99. So I'm going to leave that one alone. The projection models kind of seem to think that Asar Thompson's going to be more around the 3 assist range. So I'll skip over that one. Markelle Fultz of the Orlando Magic, 3.5 rebounds, 54% chance that he collects at least 4 or more boards. A lot of people think Markelle Fultz is going to have a breakout season this year, including his own teammate, Paolo Banchero. So let's see if the projection models align here with this Markelle Fultz over 3.5 boards. We're looking for 6 solid picks if we can get them. All right, first projection on Fultz, 5.8. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's switch that up. 2.6 boards. Well, that's not good. He's at 3.5 rebounds. His projection's 2.6. Let's see if he projects any better on a site like RotoWire. RotoWire's got him at 4 rebounds. So Fantasy Lab's a bit lower, RotoWire a bit higher. 2.6 to 4 is kind of your expected outcome here for Fultz. If we take a look at where he's at on FTN's basically just going to tell us if he's projected for more or less. They're not going to give us an actual number. But in this case, he's got a 51.6% chance of going over 3.5 boards based on their projections. So there's a little bit of information for you about Fultz. We can also take a look at the site that I recommended that is free, which is Number Fire. They've got him projected for 4 boards. And then you can also see here, this is Line Star. If you punch in Fultz's name on Line Star, a lot of red here. There's a lot of not so good projections from Markelle Fultz, 2.8 boards. So the projection models are kind of all over the place here for Fultz on these rebounds. I'm going to skip over that one. Now we got a new one that just rose to the top of the board. It's Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics. His points and rebounds are at 26.5. 54.4% chance for Jaylen Brown to go over. So we need 27 or more points and rebounds for Jaylen Brown. So let's check him out real quick and see if anything's popping for JB, the highest paid player in NBA history. What do y'all think? Does he deserve to be the highest paid player in NBA history? Jaylen Brown. First projection, 27.1 points and rebounds. I don't know if he's that good. I mean, get your money, but I don't know that he is worth being the highest paid player in NBA history. This second projection has him at 26.3 points and rebounds. So, I mean, things are looking a little light. I'm going to skip over that one. So the optimizers refreshed once again, and he is no longer at the top of the heap. Fultz looked iffy to me. I'm trying to find some decent ones for you guys. How about Isaiah Stewart over 7.5 rebounds and assists? Beef Stew, as they call him. Let's look at his rebounds and assists real quick. And if we can't find 6 picks, well, then we just can't. We'll do a 2-pick play or something. All right. First projection, Isaiah Stewart, though, rebounds and assists, 8.2 going up against the Miami Heat. Now, the Pistons front court is kind of loaded. They got Jalen Duren. They got Isaiah Stewart. They still have Marvin Bagley III. They still have James Wiseman. They got a lot of trees in that front court. A lot of big men, big fellas. In the Miami Heat, they've got pretty good bigs in their own right with Bam Adebayo obviously still there. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But Isaiah Stewart, 8.2. Nice projection to get things started here for him. We'll also take a look at RotoWire. RotoWire's got him at 8.3 projected rebounds and assists. That would be more than 7.5. So we're 2 for 2 thus far. Nothing on FTM to help us out there. Isaiah Stewart's at 8.6 boards plus another 1.6 dimes. That puts him at 10.2 rebounds and assists. So I think for me, we could go ahead and make Isaiah Stewart. Surprised I don't have PrizePicks already pulled up here. We're going to go ahead and make Isaiah Stewart our first pick of the day. We'll throw him in there for his rebound and assist line. So if you're playing on PrizePicks, you could just type in Stewart's name, head over to his rebounds and assists, which are at 7.5, and click more. All right? That's how it works. If you're not playing on PrizePicks, or you have somebody who you'd like to introduce to PrizePicks, if they make their first deposit on PrizePicks and they use code Curry, they're going to get a 100% instant deposit match up to 100 bones. So if you love that person, you'll tell them about my promo code and get them as much money as possible when they make their first deposit. All right, so there's your first pick. It's a plus EV play, Isaiah Stewart over 7.5 rebounds and assists. It is projecting well on numerous projection models. So we'll take it and we'll see what happens. All right, all data driven though. This isn't me guessing. This isn't me trying to go with my gut. No, I don't do that. I go by the numbers. Everything I do is data driven. So that's the first pick. You also have Karl Anthony Towns here at 1.5 blocks and steals based on the data pulled from these sports books, guys. Karl Anthony Towns rather at 1.5 blocks and steals. It could be any combination of blocks and steals. They're saying to take the under on Cat, under 1.5 blocks and steals. So we can check some projections on Karl Anthony Towns and see how the projections are looking here. Steals and blocks. Type in Towns. First projection for Towns has him at 1.8. Going up against Toronto tonight, that's closer to 2 than it is 1. No fun. Blocks and steals, we got him at 1.3 over on RotoWire. That's a little better. That's closer to 1 than 2. We're good with that. Let's also check out FTN real quick and see where he stands. Anything on him? No, they don't have anything for Towns just yet. Let's move over to Number Fire real quick. They've got him at 0.8 steals plus 0.7 blocks. So that's 1.5 right on the money. Dave, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Guys, if you have anything that's like a pressing matter, an urgent need as far as a pick goes, and you want me to research it, guarantees that I read your comment, that I research the pick for you live here on the show, super chat is the way to go. And it helps support the channel, support the free content that you're getting here on YouTube. But yeah, Karl Anthony Towns, 1.5 according to Number Fire. And then you've also got him at 1.6 here on Line Star. So I'm going to stay away from that one. It's just all over the place. I'm not good with that. Chet Holmgren has just popped up on the optimizer at 10 rebounds and assists. It looks like they're saying we should be taking the under on Chet Holmgren. 54.2% chance that he finishes with 10 or fewer rebounds and assists tonight. So let's check out Holmgren, Chet Holmgren, and see where the Rook stands today as far as these projections go. Now, the first couple weeks, guys, of NBA is going to be wild. So don't go crazy tonight. Don't go spending all your money on one night of NBA. Pace yourselves. We got a long season ahead of us, a long road of basketball to go. First projection for Holmgren tonight, going up against the Chicago Bulls, 10, exactly 10 rebounds and assists according to Fantasy Labs. We head over here to RotoWire, rebounds and assists. They've got him at 12.1, which is much higher than 10. We were looking for projections lower than 10. So RotoWire seems to be very high on Chet Holmgren tonight. And he is a rookie. Really, I mean, anything could happen with Holmgren, right? First big boy game. Number Fire's got him projected for 7.8 boards plus 2 assists. So that puts him at 9.8, right around 10 once again. So I'm just not seeing enough for me to want to take the under on Chet Holmgren here at less than 10 rebounds and assists. What else? There's Holmgren's rebounds under 8. So Holmgren has just popped here at the top of the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Again, if you guys want to take the optimizer for a test drive, I've left a link down in the description of today's video. Go get signed up for the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. You can get your hands on these tools for yourself. Not only does it support PrizePicks, they've also got Underdog Fantasy, Parlay Play, Boom Fantasy, Fliff, Hot Streak, Jock Market, Sleeper, Thrive, and Vivid Picks. This tool works for all of those sites. They've really stepped up their game and support a wide variety of different sites. I love it. What else? Holmgren under 8 boards. I mean, it just, like I said, wasn't projecting well, at least not his rebounds and assists. He's at 8.4 boards. These are just the rebounds on their own. He's at 10.1 rebounds over on RotoWire. So, yeah, I'm going to leave Holmgren alone tonight. I'm going to be an observer of Holmgren. What about Jimmy Buckets? He's at 6 dimes, 53.8% chance that he has 6 or fewer assists tonight. Let's go see if we have some projections of 6 or fewer for Jimmy Butler on some of these different sites out here. Back to Fantasy Labs we go. 5.4, I like that. His line 6 on PrizePicks. 5.4 here on Fantasy Labs. I'm okay with that. Second projection has him at 5.1 assists. Even better. Loving that. Let's see if he's on FTN. Nothing on FTN. Let me refresh. Maybe they've loaded some other picks in here. No, still nothing for Butler. All right, FTN, you need to step your game up here. Jimmy Butler's projected assists out on Number Fire has him at 5.2. So I think I've seen enough here. We can make Jimmy Butler under 6 assists our second play. Again, it's a plus EV play, but with the line being set at 6, there's a chance that it could tie or push. Look at Jimmy Butler, man. He went out and did it again, folks. Last year, he had the Milli Vanilli, clean-shaven face. He had the dreads threaded into his natural hair, had these long-ass bleach blonde dreadlocks. This year, he takes it a whole different direction, going with the emo vibe. We got emo Jimmy. He had the piercings in his lips. He had the black eyeliner on. His hair was straightened out, covering part of his face. And this is what we have to look at for the entire season. He's trolling, guys. He's trolling. So let's go with that one as a second pick, though. Beef stew over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Jimmy Butler for less than 6 assists. Andre 2000, Jimmy Buckets. The juice, yeah, he definitely had that. Hey, ya. He had that hey, ya going for him. What else do we have on the Opti? Anything else popping up here? Zach LaVine's points and rebounds under 30.5. That's a new addition that's kind of rising up the charts here on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. So they expect LaVine to have 30 or fewer points and rebounds. So when we go check these projections, we hope to see LaVine for less than 31 points and rebounds. So let's go peep. Let's go peep these real quick. Zach LaVine, points and rebounds. Yeah, 29.1. Okay, Zach LaVine. Okay, Zach LaVine. Maybe the under is the way to go here on Zach LaVine. Fantasy Labs has him down at 29.1. I like that. He is also at 28.4 over on RotoWire. I also very much like that. Again, FTN's leaving us hanging. No projections for him there. He's at 24 points plus another 4.4 for rebounds. That puts him at 28.4 points and rebounds, folks. Yeah. Count me in. Count me in on Zach LaVine. Let's see if we could get it before it gets bumped. So that was Zach LaVine under points and rebounds. He's at 30 now. Uh-oh. I'm going to still take it at 30 because he was not projected for anything at 30 or better. He was under 30 on the different models that we looked at. 29.1, right? Under 30. RotoWire had him at 28.4, under 30. He was at 28.4 over on NumberFire. So, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to still take the under on him at 30 points and rebounds. I'm cool with it. So these are the three that we have so far. All plus EV, all projecting in our favor. What more could you want, you know? Wayne, thank you for the welcome back. I appreciate you. Slap the like button for me, Wayne, if you haven't yet. We're almost to 100 likes, my friends. Almost to 100 likes. Our subscriber count, above me, 10,494 subscribers. We've added a few new subs today. I appreciate that. We got a super chat coming through from Everyday Fantasy. He says, thank you for everything. He's looking at some Quentin Grimes for more than 0.5 turnovers. Please check. Thanks. You know I will. You know I will. So we got 3 solid ones in there to get you guys started today. 3 solid ones. All plus EV, all projecting nicely. Dave Gutierrez super chatted me a little bit ago. He says, what about Domantas Sabonis over first half PRA? It was straight cash last season. True. And now Sacramento really hasn't changed their starting lineup a whole lot from last season to this season. So perhaps we go back to Domantas Sabonis against a Utah Jazz team that did not do so great at defending opposing bigs last season. But last season, they had the likes of Kelly Olynyk and Lauri Markkanen sort of holding down the middle, right? They've added John Collins this season with Lauri Markkanen. And then, of course, they've got Walker Kessler in there, who projects to be in the starting lineup for Utah this season. So I say all that to say that maybe he's going to have a little bit of a harder time with Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler, a big boy. A shot blocking boy, a defensive boy. Kelly Olynyk, not so much. Kelly O's known more for his offense. PrizePicks has to fix this. What am I talking about? This right here. You type in a player's name. You type in their name and then watch. Within moments, it's like your search gets reset. And the board goes back to all the players. Let's see if it does it again. PrizePicks, I need y'all to fix that. Anyway, Domantas Sabonis, 20.5 first half points, rebounds, and assists going up against Utah. Like I said, Utah pretty bad last season when it came to opposing bigs. But a little bit of a different front court. You got Walker Kessler. There it is. It did it again. Son of a biscuit. You got Walker Kessler. You've got John Collins, who is newly added. So defensively, I think they're going to be a little bit better than they were last season when it was Kelly Olynyk and then Lauri Markkanen playing the power forward spot. So, I mean, you could definitely go there if you want to go there. I don't think I'm going to go there just yet, but Sabonis was cleaning up last year. You're right. In fact, let's talk about props.cash real quick. Let's go to props.cash real quick. Props.cash, by the way, fantastic. If you want to see detailed, advanced statistics, game logs, etc., props.cash has you covered. There's a link down in the description. Check it out. Save 25% on your first month of props.cash when you use code Curry. But let's go see for ourselves how good Domantas Sabonis was with that first half PRA line of 20.5. So props.cash makes all this information accessible for you. What we want to do is go over to the interval section, and instead of looking at full game, we want to look at first half only, and then you can set Domantas Sabonis's line to whatever you want. Right now it's at 19.5, but if we dial this up to 20.5, You could see that last season at 20.5, 44% hit rate. He averaged 19.6 points, rebounds, and assists in the first half over the course of the entire season last season. 37 for 85 hit rate. So it was only a 44% hit rate. It wasn't spectacular numbers by any means. Now, he will be on the road tonight. So if you put in the away filter, we're looking at first half on the road. Again, this is last season. A little bit of a different Utah Jazz team this season. Anyway, his road numbers, he was 19 for 43 on the road, 19.9 first half points, rebounds, and assists. So, like I said, I'm not going to take this, but I wanted to shine a little bit of light. You did leave a super chat for me, Dave. I appreciate it. I'm digging into it for you a little bit further and providing a little bit more context and a little bit more information on Domantas Sabonis for you if you're thinking about taking this. You can also take a look using PropStatCash at his game logs, first half only versus the Utah Jazz last season. He played Utah a total of 3 times. He did go over in 2 out of 3 games against the Jazz. 24, 14, and 25 first half points, rebounds, and assists. But again, this is a different Utah Jazz team. Keep that in mind. Walker Kessler, John Collins manning the front court, not Kelly Olynyk and Lauri Markkanen like it was for much of last season. So wanted to point that out to you. But yes, this is PropStatCash. This is just a little bit of what you can do with PropStatCash. Like I said, very well worth it if you're the type of person who likes to roll up their sleeves, right? And get into some of the game logs and stats and stuff. PropStatCash is a great tool to do that. So link down in the description, check them out. It's only $20 a month, and I can save you 25% on your first month. Code Curry, take advantage, all right? So there you go, Dave. I don't know that I'm going to go there, but there you go. Bryant saying the board resetting has been a problem. I know, right? And it's a recent problem. It's not even like a problem that's been there the whole time. It's just within the last week or two, I feel like the search has reset. And yeah, I don't know why it's doing that all of a sudden, but gang, 79 likes. I love you guys. 119 of you watching. Let's get it up to 100 likes. We're almost there. Let's address Everyday Fantasy's super chat. He's liking Quentin Grimes for more than basically to turn it over at least once. He's liking Quentin Grimes to turn it over at least one time. Okay, so let's go take a look. Let's see if this is a plus EV play. We're going to use the DGF optimizer to help us with that question, if it's plus EV or not. And in this case, you can see that it is plus EV as far as Quentin Grimes props or projections today. His turnovers is actually the pick with the second highest likelihood of hitting at 52.3%. First is his steals, then his turnovers. So if you're looking for different ways maybe to play Quentin Grimes tonight, you could take the over on his steals or the over on his turnovers, but both of these are very much plus EV plays. About a 52 to 52.5% chance that either one of these end up hitting. PrizePicks locked me out of my account right after I deposited funds into my account. Interesting. I'm assuming you've probably reached out to support and are working through the process of figuring out why that is. I mean, we don't have all the details, but never heard of that one, Mr. Juice. Never heard of that one. We mentioned it earlier, showed off my Dub Club page, guys. I've just left a link for you in the live chat to my Dub Club. It's 67 cents per day, super cheap, less than a cup of coffee per day. And you're gonna get a lot of picks, winning picks from myself and from our awesome community members. Lots of wins went out last night. We went, 3 out of 4? I think we had 3 out of 4 of our taco pairings hit, the ones that I posted. So definitely check out Dub Club, get yourself some winning picks. Save yourself some time. I do all the research for you. I put out all the picks for you. You combine them, combo them, however you want, and hopefully we all profit together, man. Join the community. It's a great group we've got going. All right, so let's check out some projections here for Quentin Grimes. You're liking him, Mr. Everyday Fantasy, to go over 1 turnover, right? You think he's going to turn it over at least once. Now, I don't have a projection on Fantasy Labs for Quentin Grimes and his turnovers, but maybe RotoWire's got one. Yeah, RotoWire's got him projected for 0.83 turnovers on a line of 0.5. Going up against Boston, we know Boston, very good defensive team, arguably an even better defensive team this season than they were last season. Out is Marcus Smart, in is Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday, widely regarded as one of the best defensive point guards in the entire NBA. I mean, Marcus Smart, former Defensive Player of the Year himself. But on top of that, you've also got Derek White in the backcourt. Both of those guys, very good defensive players. But yeah, Quentin Grimes projected for 0.83 turnovers. So first projection provided to us by RotoWire is looking pretty good here for Quentin Grimes. Checking out another projection for him. Again, they don't give you an actual number or figure for Quentin Grimes' projected turnovers, but I can tell you this, FTN, based on their projection models, they think Quentin Grimes is going to go over 0.5 turnovers as well, 52.4% chance. Okay. And then you can also check out NumberFire. We've talked about NumberFire before, free site, free projections. They've got Quentin Grimes projected for 0.8 or more turnovers. Pretty solid so far from what I'm seeing. And then over here on LineStar's got his turnover projection at 0.6. So 0.6 is kind of the floor, 0.8 is kind of the ceiling. No matter which way you cut it, he's going to be closer to 1 turnover as far as projections go than 0 turnovers. So yes, you could add this particular play to your mix. I think I will in this case. I will ride with you on this one, Don P. Let's go Quentin Grimes for 1 or more turnovers versus Boston. Good defensive team in the Celtics. Here's what we got so far. Isaiah Stewart over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Jimmy Butler for less than 6 assists. Zach LaVine for less than 30 points and rebounds. And we got Quentin Grimes for more than 0.5 TOs. That's turnovers. All right. 2 more picks and we can round out this show, this episode of the CJ Curry Show. All right. We're looking for 2 more picks, guys. 2 more. Let's run through the chat and see what you guys are liking. Brett was mentioning Derek White for over 2.5 dimes. Interesting. I don't know yet about the Boston Celtics. A little bit of a change of roster there. Quite a few changes actually, we'll say. The projected starting lineup is going to be Drew Holiday, Derek White. Then you got Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Kristaps Porzingis expected to start at center. So Derek White over 2.5 assists, maybe. How much will he have the ball in his hands is kind of the question that I have. And we've got a limited preseason sample size of Drew playing alongside of Brown, Tatum, Porzingis. I don't know. I think I would take the wait and see approach. It could be a good pick. Let's run it through some of these tools real quick. Derek White, not to be confused with Kobe White. Derek White's assists, he is at 52.1% chance of going over 2.5. So is it a plus EV play? Check it off. It is a plus EV play, which means the odds are on your side, in your favor. You're not going against the books. You're not going against the juice. You're going with the flow, with the current, right? Which is what you want to do on a site like PrizePicks. So 52.1% chance of him getting 3 or more dimes. Let's run some projections on Derek White. Again, just so many changes on this Celtics squad. I'm a little iffy, a little hesitant. They do have Derek White, as you mentioned, Fantasy Labs projected very favorably at 4.2 going up against the Knicks tonight. So 4.2 on a line of 2.5. Love that projection. But we don't stop there. No, we got to go a little bit further with Derek White. Projected for 4.2 dimes over here on RotoWire. So 2 very solid projections thus far on Derek White at 2.5 assists. FTN, let's see if they've got a Derek White projection for us. They do. But at 2.5 dimes, you could see 56.4% chance to go under 2.5 assists. So our first site that doesn't like Derek White to have more than 2.5 assists, FTN. The other 2 do like him to have more than 2.5. Let's check out Number Fire real quick. Number Fire has him at 3.9. Love that. All we need is 3. He's projected for 3.9. And then over here on Line Star, they've got him at 2.4 assists. So kind of some mixed results here. I would say the majority have him going closer to 4 dimes. So if you wanted to put Derek White in your 6th pick, you could very well do that. And I mean, it wouldn't be the worst pick in the world. Are there better, higher plus EV options out there? Probably. Oh my God. I thought this was Photoshop. I forgot Derek White cut all his hair off. I was like, hold on, man. I know PrizePicks has this like dark theme. Where's this man's hair at? But I forgot he's gone with the cue ball look for this season. He cut off that little fro he had because that hairline. He was making Stephen A. Smith look like he had a full head of hair. So yeah, Derek White cut his hair off. Sorry, caught me off guard a little bit. I was a little bit taken aback by that. But yeah. Yeah, very, very fair point. I mean, we are very much in the early stages of the NBA season. There's a lot that could happen, that might happen. You know, I'm going to roll with it. He could be our 5th pick. I'll take the Derek White over 2.5 assists. We'll see what happens. It's a shot in the dark. I mean, he's projecting pretty well for most of these sites, so. Mixed reviews. Seems like mixed reviews on White. Thank you for digging into it. No problem. That's what I'm here for, Brett. Appreciate you. 87 likes. We're almost there, folks. That big goal of 100 likes. We're almost there. Let's see. Handmaid says, hey, CJ, last season I picked Giannis to not make a 3-pointer, and it worked out every time like my own secret prop. Does research back this up with Lillard there? Why would he shoot 3s ever again? Good point. Good point. Is Giannis on the board today for a 3-point make? We could take the under on that. We could. That could be a move. He is. He's going up against Philly tonight too. What do you say, guys? This is one of the most degenerate picks. Taking Giannis under a 3-point make. Let's run it real quick. Let's see if Giannis is a plus EV play to go under a single 3-point make. You never know. He could be feeling himself tonight. He could have been working on that 3-ball this offseason and wanted to, showcase it, show it off. His 3-point make, 50.8% chance that he has at least one 3-point make. And then you got a 49.17% chance that he goes under. This game is tomorrow. Oh, true that. It is tomorrow. You're right. We on Wednesday. He plays tomorrow. We could save that one for tomorrow. We ain't got to go there. Damn. Y'all got something against picks from tomorrow? Y'all don't want to wait, huh? I don't blame you. I don't want to wait either. Worst thing in the world is when your slip chalks and you got to stare at that losing ass entry until tomorrow or a few days down the line when the last guy in the entry ends up taking the floor or field, right? That's the worst fit. We'll save Giannis for tomorrow. Good point. We ain't got to go there. Thank you for pointing that out. We'll save that one. What else you guys got? Handmade, save it for tomorrow. We go there tomorrow. You guys are all over Xavier Tillman. Xavier Tillman for more than 1.5 blocks and steals. Is that what y'all are liking? Some Xavier Tillman. He is getting the starting nod. because, as I mentioned before, Steven Adams is out for the season for Memphis. Xavier Tillman is probably going to be getting a lot of minutes at that power forward / center spot alongside of Jaren Jackson Jr., Triple J. So you guys are liking, you guys are saying Tillman blocks and steals more or less, over or under though? Because I can tell you this, out on the sports books right now, people are betting the under on Xavier Tillman's blocks and steals at 1.5. So if you're thinking about going over on Xavier Tillman, don't do it on PrizePicks. If you have sportsbook access, do it over there. Because it is not worth doing on a site like PrizePicks or Underdog or any of these other ones. Don't go against the odds. You don't get a bigger payout or anything by taking a play with like plus odds. You don't get a bigger payout. These are fixed payout sites like PrizePicks, Underdog, etc. So there's really no reason for you to take a pick like Xavier Tillman on PrizePicks. If you're thinking about taking the over, I wouldn't do it. I'm just pointing that out. We're going to leave that one alone. Y'all put your own money on that. I ain't doing it. I ain't going there. What else? Let's see. Let's go back to the optimizer and see what else is popping up here. Anthony Simons for less than 23.5 points. That is one we have not discussed. That depends on if you believe the odds. Usually it's, if people are out there putting their money down on these picks, on these sports books, you would assume that they're not putting their money down on these sports books to lose, right? And these sports books are setting these lines to as close to a 50-50 proposition as possible. They want it to be a true coin flip. They try to get these lines dialed in as close as possible to a coin flip, to a 50-50. So yes, I do believe the odds most of the time. Are they 100%? No. Like, for example, Anthony Simons is not a 100% chance that he's going to go under 23.5 points. He's at a 53.6% chance. Not a 100% chance. 100% would mean that we're not gambling, that there's no risk involved here. There's definitely a risk. Nothing's guaranteed. Even when we get tacos and discounted player projections on a site like PrizePicks, there's still a chance that those taco plays, see Kevin Durant, 22 points last night, he couldn't get the job done, right? So even when we get a discount, nothing's guaranteed. We are very much gambling, my friends. Keep that in mind and bet responsibly. But yeah, Anthony Simons is popping up for a number of different projections here. So you could take the under at 23.5 points, 53.6% chance to hit. You could take the under for his points, rebounds, and assists at 32, 53.5% chance to hit. You've also got his points and assists at 29.5, 53.5% chance to hit there as well. So there's a number of different plays here for Anthony Simons. Let's just check some of these out. We'll go with the points at 23.5. We'll start there. Simons playing alongside of Scoot Henderson in that backcourt. Wow. First projections, very low. 19.7 points on a line of 22.5 or 23.5 on PrizePicks. 19.7. So that is a very strong projection for an under on Simons. Let's check this one out. 19.5 over here on RotoWire. Another big under projection for Simons tonight on his points. Nothing for him here over on FTN. Let's go over to Number Fire's got him at 22.8, which is less than 23.5. All right, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Let's make Anthony Simons our last play for today. If I can spell his name right. He's at 23.5 points, going up against the Clippers, tough defensive team. Here's our 6. We got Isaiah Stewart for more than 7.5 rebounds on assists. Jimmy Butler for less than 6 dimes. Zach LaVine for less than 30 points and rebounds. Quentin Grimes for a turnover. Derek White for more than 2.5 assists. Anthony Simons for less than 23.5 points. If I were to kick anybody out, like if you're looking to remove any of these, Quentin Grimes, maybe Derek White, those might be my first two to get rid of if you wanted to substitute those guys for some different picks. But I think this is a good first 6-man. Boom. It's in there. Like swimwear. So there you go. Simon's under 23.5. I really like that one, being that, like you said, some sites have already bumped him down to 22.5 points. White, we'll see. Quentin Grimes, I don't usually play a lot of turnover props, but we'll see. LaVine was projecting nicely under 30. Jimmy Butler, Isaiah Stewart, we'll see. A lot could happen tonight, but those are the 6. They're all plus EV plays. They are all projecting in our favor. 92 likes. We're almost to 100. I'll take a couple more questions and then we'll get out of here. And as I mentioned before at the top of the show, guys, I will be posting a lot more picks. NBA picks, NHL picks, NFL picks. Those are the 3 sports in season right now that I'll be mostly focusing on. I'll be posting more picks today on Dub Club. I've left a link to the Dub Club for you guys in the live chat window. Get signed up for Dub Club, 67 cents per day, literally pays for itself. Listen, for you to pay off your Dub Club for the entire month, here's what you have to do. Win 1 2-pick power play for $10, you will net $20 in profit, and your Dub Club is paid for the entire month. That's it. Then you're free rolling. It's like a free membership to get free picks, winning plays daily, saving you time, saving you research. Not just me. There's a whole gang of people in our community that are posting picks. Okay? 67 cents per day. Garrett says, honestly, I did not like any of those picks. The great news, Garrett, is that these players don't care what we like. Our little brains, our emotions don't matter. What we just did was put in a 6-pick that was data-driven. Numbers, stats, data, they have no feelings. You have feelings. And it sounds like you're in your feelings. And that could keep you from making money. When you put your own personal bias in the way, it could keep you from making money. I'm just saying. Remove emotion, remove any feelings that you have about said players, about what they might or might not do, and just ride with the data. Be emotionless. Take your feelings out of the equation. Take your biases out of the equation. The numbers don't care how you feel. Neither do these players. But we do have some very solid data to back each and every one of these picks. We went through it together. We saw the information firsthand. Now, whether or not they hit or not, I can't control that. You can't control that. These players still have to go play basketball at the end of the night. And a lot of things could happen, right? Betting on the outcomes of professional athletes is not for the faint of heart. It's not. It's hard to predict what human beings will do when you throw them on a basketball court with a group of 9 other human beings. A lot could happen. So that's why we ride with the data. We ride with the numbers. Hopefully, more of these picks hit than miss. Hopefully, this turns into a profitable 6-man force. But as far as you not liking something, well, I can't help that. You don't like data. You don't like numbers. I understand. I feel sorry for you. But maybe one day you'll come around. Maybe one day. No emotion. Take it out. Can we talk NHL today? I'll be posting some NHL picks, my friend. Brian, I'll be posting them to Dub Club. Definitely will hit you guys with some hockey picks. Like I said, hockey was good to us last night. Ended up having a couple of different hockey picks. One in particular that I paired with the taco, which was Austin Reeves taco. We ended up, cashing that 2-pick power play out. But yeah, I'll be posting winning picks daily for you guys, saving you time, winning more together in our Dub Club and Discord. So I think that'll be it for today. I went way longer than I wanted to. I wanted to make this 30 minutes. It's now an hour and 20 minutes. So we'll try to make these a little bit shorter going forward, but we had a lot to catch up on. So once again, appreciate all the support. Slap the like button on your way out if you haven't yet. I'll leave the Dub Club link once again in the chat for you guys. And I'm up out of here, man. Till next time, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.